Hello everyone, I appreciate you visiting the Caption Media channel and I hope you have a good time watching our videos. Today I want to talk about Blue Beetle 2023, an action-adventure film. I'll give you the review without giving away any surprises, so let's start. First of all, some box office statistics. As of August the 30th, 2023, Blue Beetle has grossed $49.3 million in the United States and Canada and $35.8 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $85.1 million. It did have a couple of weeks of struggling to lift its box office record off the ground, but as of recording this now, Blue Beetle has managed to earn more than $100 million at the worldwide box office. Compared to the majority of DC Comics based films, Blue Beetle performs essentially better. The humour in Blue Beetle is broad and sweetly suited to children. In paying respect to Mexican culture, it is also exact. A large variety of Latino talent has helped the directors and SFX team develop a memorable visual style for the movie, which supports the realism of the story and the images. Blue Beetle, he had a sense of humour. Blue Beetle has a knack for making the audience laugh, occasionally with startlingly ironic jokes, but never losing their sense of humour. A technique used by this sly superhero to convince people to forget that the stakes of being a superhero are as thin as a fly's wings. He prefers to draw our attention, as well as his own, to everything admirable and positive about families. Blue Beetle shines in its representation of the union in the Mexican concept, and it's a great bonus for originality. He touches without provocation most of all. It is also noteworthy to observe how much the narrative favours less sensational themes over more personal and ordinary ones. In the end, Reyes cares more about the impending destruction of his home than a mega corporation that wants to build an overpowered army, despite having a charming grin and a diploma in his hand but being as broke as wheat. Even yet he bemoans, "All I wanted was a job." Blue Beetle ingests positive thoughts and feelings by returning its plot to a human size repeatedly. All of this without ever assuming it is anything more than it is. He simply allows himself to recall that no matter how destructive a superpower may be, it will never be able to prevent a fatality as commonplace as a heart attack. In the jokes is a very subtle and well-meaning point being made. Therefore, the empathy that comes from Blue Beetle is as inevitable as the itch from a mosquito bite. It actually doesn't tick any of the other dumb boxes that other works in this genre have. No need to prepare for a big reunion in 4 or 5 films. It's just the concept of constructing a Superman by emphasising his insecurities and shortcomings. After that, we have fun with some extremely absurd scenarios. For example, Blue Beetle strips off his alien suit and is left completely naked. We are moved by a large number of people since life is a blend of both joys and sadness. When certain choreographies of action borrow from the video game universe, we even learn to forgive this brutal lack of inspiration. The battles are a long cry from the grand spectacle typically promised by this kind of production, because they're too dark and too evenly matched. But considering that the rest of the movie is almost uncomfortably liberal in the sentiments it attempts to deliver, messages that are undoubtedly kind and occasionally even silly, we don't give a damn. It's actually better for Blue Beetle's long-term legacy if he isn't brought back for light entertainment. This is a significant plus for a movie that occupies an awkward space between what was constructed then destroyed and what will be constructed in the future. Blue Beetle doesn't thrive most in just pure action. In any event, we hope that Maridia will have a modest spot in Hollywood tomorrow as the young actor, who is 22 years old, will be donning the Beetle suit. He sweeps us along in a kind whirlwind from the moment he smiles, just as Henry Cavill's Superman did. It is well deserved that James Gunn kept his pledge to include this Blue Beetle in his massive project. The Reyes family has a saying that they like to use as a rallying cry: "Raise your hearts." Blue Beetle appeared to be another DC Comics shipwreck. However, Without anything that would obstruct the development of a superhero-specific tale, the movie makes an astonishingly pure and thoughtless assertion. A talented actor who we hope to see again brilliantly embodies the profoundly sympathetic character of Blue Beetle. The film Blue Beetle is heartfelt in its sentiments and flawless in its portrayal of the Mexican community and the values that are important to it. It also has a freshness that works well in a summer that isn't quite that hot. Ultimately, it simply serves to reinforce what we already knew. DC Comics is never better than when it isn't attempting to imitate Marvel. Blue Beetle is a tale of old extraterrestrial biotechnology that really has heart, character, and some serious politics. Raya's ascent to the ranks of the good guys represents a culture, not just a genre, that director Angel Manuel Soto and screenwriter Gav Dunit Alcocer are bringing to the big screen. Simply put, the best DC film in a long time, and James Gunn should follow this example when he develops the new DCU. The DC film universe has been waiting for a hero, and that hero may just be a 22-year-old Mexican college graduate with a lovely family. Although it is constrained by certain reductive traditional superhero tale tropes, Blue Beetle is at its best when it's delivering something audaciously fresh and moving. You'll be left asking why it took so long to see actual Latino representation in the superhero genre. Because the family dynamic, emotional beats, performances and direction feel so real. Reyes isn't just the first Latino superhero in a DC film, he's also the first to demonstrate that while his inner strength derives from a strong family, his physical strength comes from his super enhancements. The main character's bravery and fragility are well illustrated in Blue Beetle. Additionally, it fosters a strong sense of family that enhances the narrative and fosters emotions like laughter and tears. With welcome political bite and humorous riffs on the overused tropes of the genre, the Latin flavour of this film feels new. DC's most recent film, which has strong roots in Latin American culture and a tone that mixes Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop with Marvel's quip-based humour before it overstayed its welcome, works totally on its own terms. It's a superhero film that stands out in the crowded genre thanks to the close ties between the Reyes family and the superhero. It has a lighter, more enjoyable tone and provides the humour, vibrant energy and winks at silliness that you expect from a superhero film. The Blue Beetle, another superhero, comes across as likeable and simple to root for. Blue Beetle never loses sight of the group it wants to honour, never pandering or providing a superficial portrayal of what it means to be Latino. Since any movie can be a mixed bag and is unlikely to be perfect, if I had to provide a final judgment, I would include the things I enjoy and don't like. The following is a list of things that I did like: an undisputed feeling of compassion with the main characters, a different focus on a Mexican family with Latino background, and a very charming main character, excellently played by the main actor. Less appealing was the chaotic event and problems on which everyone agreed on the solution. So next, what will Blue Beetle do? The audience is asking itself that question. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this movie an 8. I hope you like it too. If this film was enjoyable for you, please do leave a comment. If you'd like more updates, please do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell button. Well, I'm leaving now and I'll see you again shortly with another review. Cheers and bye for now.